It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Panther first down. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Young. Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Throwing, Young. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now Howell. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And Howell will throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Howell. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Young to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That will complete till again. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Young to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Davis with it left side. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker down at the 25. The Seahawks at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and set.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. You talk about this Seahawk defense, and they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into Week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's try to get to that number 1 spot.
And incomplete on a deep ball.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Young will set to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now Young. Got a man, that's Leggett. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here is Young. And it'll be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
11 yards there on a 1st down for Seattle. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. This is Fant on the short completion. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st down coming up. From the gun, it's Walker, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Howell. And he rifles one incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Big strides. Look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And after all that, they're going to start out with unbelievable field position on the return. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Young now. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now here's Young. And Shark calls it in. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted. Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Al now to throw it. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Howell from the gun. And Walker has it. And out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Howell. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 45 yards. And the Seahawks have retaken the lead. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now and force the penalty to the 1, but if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. That's caught at the 1. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1. Made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there. And they did it successfully.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And this is incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Young. Got a man, that's Liggett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Young to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
It'll be Young again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hubbard. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw, Young. Checks this down to Hubbard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Looking to throw, Young. That is caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. They'll throw again. Young. Dancing to his... Oh, Young loses it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Howell. Pass incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Back to throw, Howell. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Broken tackle. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Young to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. 4th down, Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And Howe will throw it. Throw out wide to Walker. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Howe. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Powell. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a 2nd and 10. Howell looking to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. And the tight end goes in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that 1st half.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing here, Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Al down to throw it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Walker trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Walker once more. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now here's Young. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Young will set to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing, Young. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Young. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Young to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Powell. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Darius Davis, 48 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another extra point opportunity here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Young now. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Young. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. In motion comes the tight end left. Now Young on 4th down. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Julian Love picks it. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Back to throw. Powell. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now Young. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2. The Young's going to throw for this. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same...
And got his man complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Young. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Young to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. To the air once more, Young. Going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
And Howe will throw it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Howe. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
That one good for 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw, Howell. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Howe. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Seahawks are on their way to a 2-0 start. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Young to throw it. And Shark calls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. To throw, Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hubbard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. It's Young off play action. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now 3rd down and very long. Throwing here, Howell.
And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Howell now to throw it.
That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Left sideline a dive, and it looks like he's got it. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Faking the handoff, Howell.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks. Looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
That's good for Seattle Seahawks.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
They'll go play action. Howell.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker from 17 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Carolina.
Xavier Legette, 70 yards, and the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Howell.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Howell.
That is caught.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Another throw for Howell.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Second down and goal. Powell flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Powell, third and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Hubbard not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.